Good day, everybody. Today we're going to do lesson plan 14, grade 3, term 2, and our object is 3D objects. I'm going to scroll down. You're going to pause and you can look at the link here, the link that links to the CAPS document. Then we're going to look at the resources in the dictionary. You're going to check which resources you have. Remember, for balls, boxes, and cylinders, balls, you can take a pair of socks and roll it into the ball, because we talk about ball-like objects. So it doesn't have to be exactly a ball. Then we're going to look at boxes and cylinders. Then the dictionary words for today: sphere. At the moment, we use the word ball in the class or at home. Prisms, we use boxes. So this is, again, background knowledge for parents and teachers. Then I want you to pause. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to look at the daily routine. You're going to pause and you're going to ask your child these questions to introduce the lesson. You're going to pause. Well done to all the children and the learners. And then we're going to do the counting activity. So I'm going to give you a few examples. So firstly, we're going to start, and we can say 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 15, 10, 5. So counting forwards and backwards in fives. The next one, we're going to start from any number, for instance, 400, 405, 410, 415. Then we're going to go backwards and we're going to count, for instance, 420, 415, 410. Then the next one is where we count from a number that's not a multiple of 5, for instance, 1, 6, 11, 16. Always give your child or the learners the first 3 numbers and ask them if they can see or identify the pattern. Then also for your representative resources, where you see the numbers, you can make use of the SA Teacher counting library that's available on the SA Teacher e-store. I want you to pause and do this activity. Welcome back. For the mental mathematics, you're going to do these 10 subtraction number sentences. So what I want you to do is to do it, ask the child orally, and after each question, you're going to ask them, how did you get the answer? This might take a while, but it's very important that you understand how your child got to the answer. Give them enough time to calculate it. So for instance, that's the first answer. You can also reveal the answer to them and then ask again, how do I get 28? We can always change the question around. Here again, we can show them 37 and ask, if 50 minus 13 is 37, how did I get to 37? So these type of questioning and answering, and let your child ask you questions, is helping your child to understand mathematics and to understand what's mental maths all about. So I'm just going to reveal the rest of the answers. You're going to pause and you're going to do similar activities with your child. Welcome back. So today we're going to look at balls, boxes, and cylinders, ball-like objects, box-like objects, and cylinders. So the first activity, I recommend you go outside. So some of these we can do outside and some of them we can do inside. So you're going to ask the child to roll a ball. Make this into a fun activity by maybe rolling the ball to a target, a little game at home. And then you ask the child, why does this ball roll and does not slide? And let them give you the answer. If they can't answer this, let them do the next activity where you use a cylinder. You can use a full tin or an empty tin. Remember, if you use an empty tin, make sure the edges aren't sharp. I suggest that you do these on tiles or a very smooth surface, and then you let them slide it. Then again you ask, but why does a ball roll and this tin slide or the cylinder slide? Then what you're going to do, you ask them, can you roll the cylinder. If the children still struggling and you want to give them tips, show them these pictures and ask them to do the same. Again, is you can add fun to this activity by making this a little competition. Who can roll it the furthest, who can hit the target, who can slide it the furthest, and so on. Let's then go to the different levels. Now, for the different levels, is where you can give the child blocks if you have. Otherwise, you use all different type of boxes and things from your kitchen cupboard, toilet rolls, all those. They can build then a building, and you can ask them and point to certain of the things and ask, do they roll or do they slide? Here, the children are working with geometric objects. I know we don't all have it, but what we can do is we can just show the picture if we're at home. And then for parents, you can always go and look at this website. They have excellent resources where you can purchase these. Um, and then you can ask the learners to show you the ball. They make a drawing of it. Will it roll or slide? Ask them if the surfaces are flat or curved. You can also use the object that you just used from your kitchen cupboard. And then you can show the cylinder and draw it. This drawing doesn't have to be perfect. They draw it the way they see it. Then you're going to do it again with boxes. Again, you can use this from your kitchen cupboard. You can ask them, will it roll or slide? And do they have flat or curved surfaces? So you're going to do this then with the boxes, the cylinders, and the balls, where you're going to introduce them by asking them, does the object have flat or curved surfaces? Let them touch it, feel it, um, put their hands on it, pass it on to a family member or in the classroom and do these type of activities. I want you to pause now and do this then practically. You can also pause here at the problem solving and go through these questions and do it with your child or the learners in the classroom. So we're back then at the worksheet. So now what you can do is you can complete the SA Teacher worksheet. Remember, when they do drawings, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is their interpretation of how they see the things. You can always have a look at it and ask, why did they draw it like this? Maybe find some pictures in magazines that look similar to it, and so on. Then we're going to come lastly to the consolidation. If you ticked everything yes, we carry on with the next lessons. If you have some no's, you need to revise some of the activities, or you can contact us at SA Teacher.